Hey there, folks. Welcome to Louisville Gymnastics South Ninja Week 5 and 6. Let's go through a bunch of stuff here, starting off with the slanted circle. So here we have Ethan. He's going to demonstrate. This would be the version for your not as advanced students. This is pretty easy. So all we do,
Go.
we just grab and hop from each one to each one. Okay, so that's that. Just reviewing real quick, we just hop from one to the other. Now, if you want, you could hop, move them apart, move them closer, whatever you need. But they're learning just to kind of hop that way. So once we've done that, the next one, and this is the more challenging, is the slanted star. And this, you really may need to adjust the distance on these. So you're going to hop from here to here to there to there to there. So it's like, you're basically Spider-Man here, leaping like a cat from one to the other. Obviously, the goal is never to touch the teal and get all the way back to the beginning. So you're just going in a star shape around, never touching the teal. So that's that. Moving on, this is one that I think is kind of important, actually. Whether it's these kids or our gymnasts, our ninjas or gymnasts, these are jump sticks. Now, we have these blocks here. Move them closer or farther apart, depending on the size of your kids and their abilities. And when it's one tall, you don't need a spot. You don't need to worry about a thing. Here you just jump from one to the other, sticking. Keep them going east-west like they are. It makes it harder to stick for a better thing. Once again, move them apart if you need to make them harder. You can vary the distance between them, whatever you need to do. Now, another variation on this is when we start stacking them. Okay, now it is really important. I don't need to spot Ethan, but you need to stand right here. Because if your kid jumps and slips, like they're going to eat it, and you don't want that. So here we're going jump stick, jump stick. Now when we jump up, that's where they get, but then you got to jump down and stick, and that gets tough, Like when you do all that together, it gets a little tricky. And we can do a bunch of different variations. Here's another variation on it. And it's limitless. Now we're going to go 2 high, 1, 2 down. And you would want to obviously stand right there, down. And I put my hands, when they go, I've got my hands when they land on the higher blocks, one in front of their tummy and one on their lower back. So here we have Ethan mid-flight looking too cool for school. And then another one is the lily pad run. I think of it like lily pads, and you're just trying to run across them. Once again, make them farther or closer apart. All you're doing is running across them. But if you make them far enough apart, it's really pretty tricky. I mean, that's really close for Ethan, but you can move them to wherever you need, and make it really fun by doing that, and just vary it up. Keep it fresh. Something I wanted to go through before I go through the course, Kong throughs. I am seeing so many people doing this incorrectly, like a leapfrog. This is terrible. Watch this. So this is a core strength exercise. That's not working any core strength right there. Okay, you guys have all these kids that need to learn K2Es, and they also were trying to get to where they can also do the salmon ladder and a bunch of other stuff, work on core strength. So I'm going to forward to where he comes back. Now we're going to do Kong throughs. Now, here's the key to the Kong through. His hands never leave the floor. Uh-oh. What the heck did I just do there? Look, whoop, 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 whoop. Look, messing with Ethan. So here we go. Sliding our hands here. Just slide forward, jump, and you're using your core. And notice his knees are inside of his arms. Always sliding. That will blast your core. It's like doing a lot of crunches. So let's make sure our kids are doing that, okay? All right, moving on to the course. The course this week is much more leg-centric than it is upper body-centric. We're giving the kids a little break here. This is going to be an easy week. This is a week where you focus on time a lot. Like doing it well is going fast. I just like to point out in this picture, look over here, the warped wall rules. Every time you come to the warped wall, review the rules with you and your students. This is muy importante. All right, so our first thing here is this cargo net. And all you have to do is climb through it and fall onto the gene mat. Be careful your kids don't have their legs in here, and they just roll off. So here he goes. The key is we're trying not to touch the blue floor. So it's just a lot of balance. This is going to be great for our class kids. And then we just roll off the mat and fall. A lot of fun. Okay, moving on to our next not so upper body strength thing. We're going to go up this ladder, and the ladder's going to swing, which is kind of cool. So they're going to go up this ladder and just slide down the rope. Okay? So we go up. We're trying to get as high as we can. For kids that aren't as good, they could stop here. For your kids that are better, they can go all the way to the top. You reach over, grab the rope. Now this is where you got to be careful. Make sure they don't fall. And then we just slide down. A lot of fun. Pretty easy. This one's new. I saw this in a Judreshal video. We kind of modified it. This is a really fun thing. And you can do this forward or backwards. We have 2 sets of hanging obstacles here. There's a low set and a high set. So pick the ones that are appropriate for your kid size. Make sure you have mats at each end that are appropriate. This mat should line up with the end of the rig. And Ethan will show you. This is a balance activity, but it also works on grip strength. You're standing on and you're just rolling your feet forward. Just working on grabbing a hold. It's pretty cool. I'm going to go back and show you that again. It's that cool. So here he goes. You're just holding on. You reach for the next one. You're moving your feet. It's, eye-hand coordination, foot coordination, all that good stuff. Excellent, excellent station. I think our kids are going to have a lot of fun with. So all that was pretty leg-centric. Okay. Now we're moving on to the rock wall. Just a real quick, this is pretty obvious stuff, but obviously you don't want to do this while you're doing the rings, but we just climb up as high as we can. I like to tell the kids, try and touch the black, whatever. Give them a target. Make sure that they have a goal on that. So that's our rock wall, and we just climb back down. So that's pretty self-explanatory. All right, here we go. Swinging rings. Now we have these really low. Your kids will probably have to do them with bent knees, but it's safer that way. Have them start on this blue block. I had to tell Ethan to go there. So we go back. Hey, Ethan, get back on that blue block. There you go, buddy. So we swing forward, we're grabbing, and we're just working on the technique of going back, releasing on the backswing, forward, and then right at the end, that yellow mat, that needs to be there. That's their target for landing, okay? So that's the next part. Next, and this is a cool one. This is one Ethan actually invented. I got to give him some props. I didn't think it would work, but he did it a few weeks ago. It was great. What we're doing is we got the ring toss going sideways, and they just swing. You'll watch Ethan's body swing side to side, and on the backswing, or I should say to his right, he releases the ring and just he's going through. And you can go left to right as he's going, or right to left. There's a block right here, so you're just picking him up, and you start swinging. You're just moving him across. It's working on like a little pull-up, and it's a lot of fun. That's a good one. Now, this gets kind of compact in here. This is where you want to go like, hey, let's do this in conjunction with the ladder to the rope. Or let's do the rings in conjunction with the roller. Be wise, when you're over here doing this stuff. All right, last but not least, the warped wall. I had Ethan demonstrate just going up and sliding back down. Look, guys, we have got to remember, tell these kids, slide hands and feet on the wall. Before they ever try, every week, review safety on this. This is something that can be dangerous if we don't review safety. So make sure you're always reviewing safety, going over it, check the warped wall rules, okay? And here goes Ethan. And this is another important part. I don't care if your kids are going to the 8-foot, the 10-foot, or the 12-foot, you always finish with a pull-up. Look, there goes Ethan, and he does a pull-up. Work upper body strength, okay? So that's our week in Ninja. Have fun with it. This would be a good week for you to actually run through a course. You could do, say, you could run through these, go all the way over to the star slanted steps and do the star slanted steps. Then you could go through here to the ladder to there to the rings, or you could even go I'm thinking to myself, start at the star, go this way, run over here, go this way, run down these and go up. But, get out a stopwatch and time your kids, make it into something fun at the end. Remember, Ninja is about cheering our kids on and encouraging them to be able to, make these tough obstacles. It should be a fun class, a class where kids build a lot of strength, but they feel very accomplished at the end. So good luck to you. I want to see everybody do a good job this week. And make sure you leave a comment in the YouTube comment section so I know you watched the video. Thanks. Bye.